The following is a review for critical, analytical, and educational purposes only, and is protected under Article 17 and 107 in the United States Fair Use Code. This video is not an infringement on copyright. Please enjoy the video.
Okay, how do I approach this movie? Okay, Frank might very well be my favourite movie of the year so far. However, it's very difficult to have a legitimate discussion about the movie without talking about it, but talking about it may lessen its initial impact upon viewing. So, to be clear, in this review I will not spoil the movie. There are no spoilers to be found in this review that aren't in the trailer, but I do recommend that you go see Frank as soon as you possibly can, then watch this review, and if you need convincing, then watch the trailer to the movie, and if you're intrigued, then go and see it. So yeah, I'll give you a few more seconds to leave and I'll start the review proper. Once again, no spoilers, but it might be best to see the movie first, but I cannot recommend this movie enough, so go see it. Okay, review starts in 3, 2, 1... Frank as a conceptual idea is a very strange beast, as it takes the concept of real-world events, aka the musical career of Chris Ivey, whose on-stage persona wore a large papier-mâché head and went by the name Frank Sidebottom. The movie Frank takes the concept of a musician who wears a big head, and that is really where the comparisons end. If you want a biopic detailing the life of Frank Sidebottom, then you'll leave disappointed, but there are documentaries and books detailing that, so those are your alternatives. Instead, according to the trailers, what you'll get is a quirky, dark comedy which has at its lead Star Wars actor Domhnall Gleeson as John, a wannabe songwriter and keyboard player who, through being at the right place at the right time, becomes the latest member of the Superplivs, a band of misfit artists with the titular Frank at its centre, who is treated like some sort of prophetic figure by those who know him. The first two acts of the movie are just what you'd expect them to be from the trailer, a quirky dark comedy about these ragtag musicians as they literally spend 11 months of their lives in a log cabin honing their musical craft. But these portions are legitimately inspired. The movie acts as both a satire and adoration of abstract outsider art, as these group of misfits spend months creating music without any sort of meaning or coherency, but they do this for themselves and not for anyone else who might be listening. It's during these segments where the comedy comes in full force, with the entire cast being masters of comedic timing and delivery. However, because John has been secretly blogging about the band and posting videos online about them, they build a small following and they get invited to a music festival, South by Southwest. It's at this portion that the movie subliminally starts to go in an incredibly dark place, but so smartly and so deftly that you as an audience member don't even realise it's happened until the wheels are already in motion and the characters can't do anything to stop it. It's during the third act that Frank blows any preconceived notions out of the water and reveals itself to be a deeply, deeply affecting character study on just what drives these people to do what they do, and despite the bittersweet ending that this movie delivers, there's the realization that what may be on the surface a fitting conclusion for the movie, that John has done an awful lot of damage to the band and that there's a lot of healing left to do. Because despite being the main character, John really is not that good of a person. He acts selfishly, he's manipulative, and he's trying to ride the coattails of the band. He's not especially talented, and he's making music for the polar opposite reason the Superplivs are. And once all is said and done towards the end, the movie delivers a tsunami of pathos and subtext that changes your entire perception of the main characters. But the movie never forgets to be incredibly enjoyable and accessible, as the main trio of characters are terrific. Domhnall Gleeson is terrific as John, Maggie Gyllenhaal does great playing against type as Clara, but of course it's Michael Fassbender who steals the show as Frank. Since he spends most of the movie under a giant head, this can't have been an easy role, but thankfully Fassbender proves himself to be an incredibly emotive actor through body language and vocals, but the head itself is a brilliant creation, and many of the film's funniest moments come from when Frank's head just happens to be in the frame. Some conversation scenes between two unrelated characters can be happening, but they become a lot more engaging once you notice that Frank's comically large cartoony head is just in the background observing. It's just a great creation. The topical nature of the movie is also hugely appreciated, as John uses blogging and social networking to expand the band's public profile, and it shows that a story like Frank just wouldn't have been possible a decade ago. It also includes the theme of what happens when creativity meets popularity and what that can do to the creators, but, well, that would be spoiling too much of the movie. Like I said, just go see it. Are there any problems with the film? Well, there are two band members who seem to only be there to fill out the roster of characters, but Really, I think that's about it. It's hard to give Frank a proper analysis without just explaining all of the things it does right, but it just shows how the quality of the movie is self-evident. It's an incredible, quirky dramedy with excellent direction, a brilliant score, and it's just incredible, sincere and heartfelt filmmaking, which is a lot more than you'd expect with a movie that is about a man with a large papier-mâché head. It's an immensely profound and moving piece of cinema, and at time of this recording, Frank is my favourite movie of 2014 so far, and it is the first movie of the year that I have given this rating to. I give Frank 5 stars out of 5.
Frank's not okay.
Frank, come back!
With all his issues, the 100% sanest cat I've ever met.
Okay, the head. Take it off.
I have a certificate.
Here it is, my most likable song ever. Coca-Cola, lipstick ring, go dance all night, kiss me, just kiss me Nefertiti.
This is your most likable song ever?
Yeah.
People will love it.